everybody. It's been a couple of weeks since I've come to you on a webcast, and the reason is because we've just like always, we've had so much going on. We've taken about 1,000 kids to Hansville to watch the girls basketball team play, and then we were on the way to Birmingham, and I won't go through all that. Of course, the bad weather hit, but and I'll make mention of a couple of things, including girls basketball here in just a minute. But I want to talk to you about something that we're doing right now that is this week and really the week when we get back from spring break. Nothing more important, and that is graduation exam. And for many of you, you've already passed it. Many of your children have already passed it. But every 10th grader, all 782 of them will have to be tested on the Alabama high school graduation exam in certain areas when they get back. And some even 11th and 12th graders that have not passed it will have to take the test the week we get back from spring break. Today, we are actually giving a practice graduation exam in reading to all 782 10th graders. We want them to at least get exposed to the reading section of it. Many have, and really most have already passed the math part in the 9th grade, and many have already passed the biology part. But there are 5 sections, and the reading and the math, they're all important. Reading and math are the 2 most important, if I want to say it that way. And today we're giving a practice grad exam, like I said, to all 782 of them. And we're doing it in the auditorium, and we're so big now that we're spilling over past the auditorium, doing it in a couple more rooms. But I just want you to know that we are giving your child every opportunity, not only with content, but we're also giving them a practice on the actual test, so they can see the way that the test is set up, what it's going to look like when they take it. And so we have to buy that out of local funds. We have to go buy a test. These tests, and they're not cheap, out of local funds to give to every child. But we do that in math and reading in order they can have a practice test prior. And it's 100+ questions, just like the test. It's made by the same people. And so we're giving them every opportunity to pass this test. And obviously you've got to know the content, but you also got to know how to play the game. And that's what we're trying to teach them, is test-taking skills on top of the content. And so that's what we're doing today. On Thursday, we'll give the practice grad exam in math for all those who have not passed it. And it won't be everybody. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but it's in the, I think it's right around 100 that have not passed it, because many, I'm not going to say most, but many students will take and pass that one. And I won't go into all the details because they're able to take it as early as the 9th grade, and many of them have already taken it maybe twice. And so by now they've taken both the reading part and social studies and some other parts. They cannot even take it to the 10th grade, and the reading is so important. So we're doing that. Please know that the week after spring break, when your children return, it is so important that they're here for that graduation exam. They cannot miss the graduation exam, guys. And I mean this, it sounds awful, but even if they're ill, please send them. We got to have them here, especially if they're 11th grader and they have not passed it, or 12th grader and they haven't passed it. They've got to do it. They cannot walk across the stage. They cannot graduate from any high school in the state if they don't pass the reading and math and at least one other part. And then you would really need to pass all 5 parts. But reading and math and one other part is essential. You don't get to walk across the stage. You can't graduate without that. So it's so important with this graduation exam coming up. Just briefly, because there's nothing more important than that, and I want to start with that, and I want to finish with that. But I do want to, real quick, just say a couple of things about some of the things that's going on here. We had 19 National Merit semifinalists this year. Those are the top 1% of all students in all of America. I think I've told this before, there are 42,000 schools in all of America, and only 67 schools in all of America had more National Merit semifinalists than Bob Jones High School, so we're in the top 1/2 of 1%. All of those 19 National Merit semifinalists, you have to retake the PSAT or the ACT or the SAT and make a comparable score, and all 19 are now National Merit finalists, which is will equal millions of dollars in scholarships for every one of those students. Millions of dollars. So I'm very proud of that. We've had a ton of things going on with our robotics, with Scholars Bowls, environmental bowls, teams. they're all going off and in tournaments, and on my next webcast I will talk about some things that they're doing. I just want to briefly touch base. Our baseball team is 9 or 10-1. They're going to be ranked in top 34 in state. Softball team, top 10 in the state. Very proud of both those teams. Our soccer boys and girls are going to have a chance to win state championship like they do every year. What else we got? Track. Our track teams are doing really well. Tennis teams, boys and girls, doing excellent. Very proud of all of our athletic teams. They're all working hard. Every single team is first class. We just recently have hired a new cheer coach. We lost our cheer coach, and we recently hired a new cheer coach. Dan Harrod will be our cheer coach this year. Of course, we've won 5 out of the last 7 national championships in cheerleading, and have been very, very successful in cheerleading. And it's something that our girls work hard at, and we're very proud of that. But we hired Dan Harrod, who was an assistant coach at the University of Alabama, or has been, and has been part of 11 national championships. So we feel like our strong cheerleading tradition will continue on. I want to finish with this. Nothing's more important than the Alabama High School graduation exam, guys. Nothing's more important. So please, next week, have a great spring break when you're off. I'm gonna relax and have a big time, and I hope everybody has a great time. But on the week, the state mandates the dates, and so I know right now you're thinking, why in the world, Robbie, would you give this test the week they come back? Well, it's not up to us. It's up to the state. The state mandates the times, and that's just when it fell. And so it will be the Monday we come back. All 5 days we'll be giving the graduation exam. Please, please, please have your children here, and know that this week we're giving them practice grad exams on top of, obviously we've taught the content all year long, but now we're giving them practice tests just so they'll see what it's like. Everybody have a good rest of the day, and I hope you have a great spring break, and I will come back on after spring break, and I will see you again then.